It rises above Barcelona like no other building. The Sagrada Familia, Antoni Gaudí's unfinished masterpiece, a cathedral of stone and faith. For over 140 years, workers have carved, built, and dreamed to complete it. It is not only Spain's most famous church, it is one of the most recognizable landmarks on Earth, where millions gather each year, looking up at towers reaching toward heaven. Its pale stone glows in the Mediterranean sun. Its stained glass floods the interior with vibrant color. It is not just architecture, it is devotion, imagination, and eternity frozen in construction. But what if that glow disappeared? What if the Sagrada Familia, instead of white stone, was cloaked in black? What if this cathedral of light became a cathedral of shadow? Hey everyone, welcome back to Eclipse Black. On this channel, we ask one question: what if the world was black? From monuments to myths, from science to sport, we reimagine how the most powerful color of all could transform our reality. And today, we turn to one of the most breathtaking wonders of the modern world: Barcelona's Sagrada Familia. History and vision. The Sagrada Familia's story is unique. Construction began in 1882, but Gaudí soon transformed its design into something never imagined. He combined Gothic inspiration with natural, dreamlike forms, columns like trees, spires like mountains. For him, the church was not just a building. It was a message of faith carved in stone. After his death in 1926, work continued. Generations of architects and artisans have kept his vision alive. Today, cranes still rise above its spires, continuing a process older than many nations. In white, the basilica symbolizes hope and endurance. But in black, that meaning would change. The towers would no longer look like prayers reaching upward, but like spears piercing the sky. Not a dream unfinished, but inevitability in shadow. Symbolism of black colors define how we experience sacred spaces. White invites peace and clarity. Black represents permanence, mystery, and power. A black Sagrada Familia would not look incomplete. It would look eternal. Its spires in black would not whisper of heaven. They would command it. The stained glass, framed in darkness, would glow like divine fire behind obsidian walls. Instead of joy, the air would feel heavy. Instead of celebration, it would inspire silence. Psychology and culture. For tourists, the Sagrada Familia is wonder. Families take photos, couples admire the colors, children marvel at the towers. But in black, psychology changes instantly. Tourists would not laugh playfully. They would pause, gaze, hesitate. Barcelona postcards would not sparkle with sunlight. They would radiate authority, black towers glowing against golden skies. Movies would no longer use it as a romantic backdrop. It would feature in thrillers or dystopias. And for Barcelona's people, its meaning would shift. No longer resilience and pride, but permanence and command. Walking inside would not feel like stepping into heaven's light. It would feel like entering eternity's shadow. Visual power. Imagine approaching at sunset. Today, the stone glows orange and pink, but in black, it would swallow light. The facades would no longer tell delicate stories of hope. They would look severe, glowing with faint golden outlines like omens. At night, the basilica would not shimmer. It would glow like a cathedral of shadow, golden lines tracing its spires. Instead of inviting, it would intimidate. Instead of charm, it would command reverence. It would not only dominate the skyline, it would dominate imagination. Philosophical reflection. Sacred architecture has always symbolized more than worship. From pyramids to cathedrals, they reflect humanity's dialogue with eternity. The Sagrada Familia, in white, embodies hope and creativity. It reminds us of beauty born from imagination. But in black, philosophy changes. It would no longer represent fragile hope. It would symbolize inevitability. Not just a building reaching toward heaven, but a monument commanding it. Not a masterpiece of devotion, but a cathedral of permanence. That is why imagining the Sagrada Familia in black feels unsettling. It forces us to confront the weight of color. The white basilica dazzles. The black basilica would silence. Thank you for watching Eclipse Black. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment. Would you admire a black Sagrada Familia or fear it? Subscribe for more bold reimaginings. Because here on Eclipse Black, we ask one question: what if the world was black?